Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
Tonight, the Bonnyville Pontiacs will try and leave it all on the ice as they take on the Spruce Grove Saints in Game 5 of the AJHL North Division Finals. The Spruce Grove Saints currently lead the series 3-2 and are the reigning North Division champs. They're also ranked in second place nationally by the Canadian Junior Hockey League. Currently in the series, the Saints have outshot the Pontiacs 248-130. In fact, they've outshot them in every single game except for Bonnyville's 5-3 win over Spruce Grove in Game 4. So far, Dylan McCombie leads all players on the Yaks with 15 points, and not far behind are Kyler Hain with 14 points and Evan Warmington with 10. Game 6 is tonight at the RJ Lalonde Arena in Bonnyville at 7:30. The Bobcats' regular season is over, but the organization is already looking ahead and building for the 2015 campaign. And as no one in the border city needs to be reminded of, the year the Lloydminster is hosting the RBC Cup.
There was the comments up in the scout box made that, after the season everybody's a little bit disappointed, maybe a little bit angry, and there's a bit of a cloud hanging over. But this weekend's kind of brightened things for us as far as that goes.
About 200 players were invited to the Bobcats spring camps. Coaches and management were identifying talent for the upcoming season and trying to fill some key pieces in the lineup, which knocked them out of the playoffs earlier than anticipated this season.
We wanted to get a little bit bigger, up front especially, with some size. We're in a fortunate situation, or an interesting situation for next year with the Royal Bank Cup and returning quite a few players from last year. So definitely some guys that jumped out at us that could maybe compete for some spots next year, and definitely bring some competition to camp and kind of make maybe some of our vets realize how important it is to come in ready to go and just be a competitive camp. So it's been very good.
Due to the drop in oil prices and the struggling economy, the numbers weren't quite there at this year's CPCA tarp auction. But for Dave Galloway, a local driver who just squeaked into the Calgary Stampede, coming in 10th place in last year's CPCA finals, he got a big surprise in Cowtown.
A semi-finalist from Brockton, Alberta, the Bluffton Badgers.
I didn't really have a number in mind, but as the bids kept getting higher and the crowd got excited and people were clapping and cheering, and I just got into it and got more excited as well. And when the hammer fell, at $100,000, I couldn't believe it.
At what number did you kind of start getting giddy?
About $1.
Galloway's name was drawn as the last tarp to bid on, and it was his first time to clinch a spot in the coveted Calgary Stampede chuck wagon races. But last week in Lloydminster, his tarp only fetched $2,500.
With times being the way they were, I think the tarp sale was as good or better than can be expected. It was nice to see a lot of buyers out and people getting involved in the sale, and we're just happy that everybody sold.
And in bantam hockey action yesterday, the Lloydminster Blazers had a chance to punch their ticket to the league finals in Spruce Grove. Now, this was a best-of-3 series, and they got the first win against the PAC 5-4. Yesterday, they edged them narrowly 3-2. Now, things were tied deep in the third, but with just 1 minute left, Mason Grabowski scored for the game winner and put the nail in the Saints' coffin. The Blazers will now take on the winner of the Sherwood Park Sabres and the St. Albert Bears in the championship series.